Good morning students. Myself Rachna Shukla welcomes you to the YouTube channel of Gyan Manjari Modern School. Today I am back with new lesson, that is lesson number 2, what is around us. And the chapter what is around us, we will study many things that goes on around us, our environment. So I will first tell you one story which is in your textbook. There was a boy whose name was Dhanvin. He was roaming around in the park with his mother. So suddenly he was a small boy. A question aroused in his mind. He asked his mother, "Mother, what is the land made up of?" He saw land and a question arose. What is the land made up of? So his mother replied, "Son, do you see sun every day?" That means the sun in the sky. Do you see sun every day? The boy replied, "Yes, I see sun every day." All of you also see sun every day. The sun rises every day and also sets every day. Again the sun comes every day in the morning. So the mother replied that like ours, the sun is also having a family. What does the sun have? The sun also have a family, and that is known as solar system. What it is known as? Solar system. Now about solar system you have already studied in your lower standard. Solar system, that is the sun and the 9 planets. How many planets are there? The 9 planets that revolve around the sun. The sun is stationary and the 9 planets revolve around the sun. So our earth is also one of the 9 planets which only has the capacity or the power to sustain life. So you know that life is there, life grows only on the earth, because earth has suitable air, it has suitable temperature, it has suitable light, it has suitable weather, it has suitable land, water and suitable conditions. Earth has all these features. Due to this, life can sustain only on earth from all the 9 planets. See, earth has proper moderate air, temperature, light, weather, land, water and other basic conditions to sustain life. So life exists only on earth. Now how does this earth came into existence? Earth was a part of a fireball sun. Earth was the part of the sun. Before millions of years ago, a small ball was detached from the sun. That is, a small ball of fire was thrown away from the sun, and that was earth. What was that? Earth, our earth planet. Now after many years, the land of the earth gradually started cooling down and they started forming. The earth started cooling down, and during that process the different spheres of earth were formed. What were formed? The different spheres of earth were formed. In that, the first one is lithosphere. What was it? It is lithosphere. So let's see what is lithosphere. The part of earth that converted into solid form. The part of earth that converted into solid form, that is known as lithosphere. So during the process of cooling of earth, some of the parts got converted into solid form. That is our lithosphere. Then comes atmosphere. What is atmosphere? The part of earth that was converted into the gaseous form. Some part converted into gaseous form. And all those gaseous form surrounding the earth is known as atmosphere. Then hydrosphere. What is hydrosphere? The part of the earth that got converted into liquid form. Liquid form, that is known as hydrosphere. Converted into liquid form, that is known as hydrosphere. Now the last sphere, that is biosphere. Now what is biosphere? All the living world, which started developing, which started originating, which developed due to the above three spheres, that is due to land, due to water and due to air, that sphere is known as biosphere. So when the earth, the ball of fire, was detached from the sun, slowly and gradually it started cooling and forming into different spheres. So the sum of the part was formed in the solid form, the land form, that is the lithosphere part. Some part was formed in the liquid portion, that is hydrosphere. Some part was formed in the gaseous form, that is atmosphere. And when all the living world started developing, started originating due to the favorable conditions of land, water and air, so the combination of all these things is known as biosphere. So the earth comprises of 4 spheres, that is lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere. In this chapter we will study in detail about each and every topic in detail. So what is around us? We will study what is around us. We have land, we have forests, we have mountains, we have volcanoes, rivers, we have each and everything. We have gases, water, oceans, lakes, rain, everything around us, that all we will study in detail. Starting with the first topic of the chapter, that is lithosphere. If you want to write down, you can note these notes in your rough book. These are the highlighted points of your chapter. So you can note down in your rough book. Let's see what is lithosphere. The basic concept of lithosphere. Lithosphere means the surface, the sphere, the solid sphere on which we live. That means on which all the human beings and all the animals live. Then what is the meaning of the word lithosphere? Litho means rock. What do you mean by the word litho? Litho means rock and sphere means layer. Litho means rock and sphere means layer. Now, the upper layer of our Earth's crust or the lithosphere is made up of the soil particles and all the solid particles, solid substances. So, the upper layer of the earth is made up of soil. All of you know what is soil, and the solid particles. Then comes the portion of the lithosphere. Lithosphere is covered 29% of the total area of the earth. The whole earth, here we are talking about the whole earth. Our whole earth, in that from 100%, 29%, see here it is written here, 29% is covered by lithosphere. Now, the thickness of the layer, the thickness of our lithosphere is ranging from 64 kilometers to 100 kilometer thick. That is the layer. The thickness of the layer is ranging from 64 kilometers to 100 kilometers. And the thickness is not same at all places. Somewhere it is less thick, somewhere it is more thick. So there is different thickness at different level. Now the interior and the exterior part of lithosphere. Interior means inside the atmosphere when you dig the earth. Exterior means outside the lithosphere, that is on the upper crust of the lithosphere. So the interior and exterior features, the physical features of interior and exterior region are not same. They are different from each other. Talking about the different forms of lithosphere. Lithosphere not just the means the piece of land, but on land we have different physical features, that is we have mountains, we have plateaus, we have plains and we have valleys. We have different physical features on our lithosphere, that is we have mountains, very high mountains. I will show you what are mountains. These are the mountains. Then comes the plateaus. Plateaus are bigger than plainland and smaller than mountains. Plateaus are somewhere like this way. It can be also in the table form. So medium, not as big as mountains and not as small as plains, but they are medium in range. These are known as plateaus. Then comes the plain area, flat area, land area, that is known as the plains. And the valleys. Valleys means the valleys here, that is known as the valley. You can easily know what are the valleys. When you climb the mountains, you can see down the distance between the two mountains, the inward portion, that is known as valley. So we have different forms of lithosphere, and that is mountain, plateau, plains and valleys. Now talking about the temperature of the lithosphere. See, the temperature is very high as we go to the center of the earth. The temperature increases as we go to the center of the earth. And the molten rocks that we find under the interior of the earth, and that rocks are known as magma. What they are known as? Magma. The molten rocks that we get from the interior of the earth, that rocks are termed as magma, and they are very hot with very high temperature. Now there are many gases present in the interior of the earth. Interior means inside the earth. Many gases are present in the interior of the earth, and due to the high temperature, the gases rises up. Due to the high temperature, the gases rises up to the upper layer, but the solid things, the solid substances present on the upper layer has also strong force downwards. See, I will show you here. And that strong force and the force from inside are both equally balanced, and due to that the earth crust do not break. I repeat, due to the equal force between the interior layer and the exterior level, the earth crust do not break, it remains intact. But in some places where the earth's crust is weak, it breaks easily and volcano erupts. What does it result in? Volcano erupts. See, let's see the diagram what happens. This is the earth's crust on which we live. You have stones, pebbles, many soil. Soil is also found here. These are the stones. And here there are different layers. These are the different layers in the interior downwards, and this is called exterior upwards. Now what happens? Here there are rocks, big rocks, molten rocks. What are they known as? Molten rocks and known as magma. Okay, what are they known as? Magma. Now the gas exerts pressure From here, the gases exerts pressure. The gas exerts pressure upwards due to high temperature. Here it's very high temperature. High temperature in this level. This we are talking about inside the earth. High temperature, gas exerts pressure upwards, but this layer is very thick. How much thick? 64 to 100 kilometers thick. So this also exerts pressure downwards. From here, the pressure of solid things exerts downwards. So both this pressure upwards and downwards, the pressure is balanced. It is equally strong, so the earth layer do not break. But in some cases, at some places it breaks down, and due to that volcano erupts. These everything, the lava, the magma, the gases, stones, pebbles, everything comes out, and that is known as volcano. If the earth crust breaks, it happens, otherwise it do not happen at every places. So this was all about the lithosphere topic, and students, please note down the main points in your rough book. It will be easy for you to learn the short note on lithosphere. So note down these highlighted points on your rough book. Now we will start with our next topic, that is hydrosphere. Let's see about hydrosphere. What is hydrosphere? The liquid content on the earth is known as hydrosphere. That means the water portion of the earth is known as hydrosphere. Now, hydrosphere includes oceans, the big oceans, the lakes, seas, rivers, ponds and streams. So all these things are included in hydrosphere, the water portion of the earth crust. The hydrosphere covers 71% of the earth's surface. That means lithosphere covered 29% and the hydrosphere covers 71%. Total we got 100%. So maximum water is there on the earth. If you see the satellite picture from the moon or from the satellite, you can feel our earth as the blue ball. The earth looks like blue ball. Why blue ball? Because in major portion there is water, that it means it covers 71% of water. Now what are oceans? See, oceans are the water bodies which are very huge and very deep. Tons of waters are there in oceans. So oceans are very huge, very deep, and they are the water bodies that carries huge amount of water, very big oceans. In our whole world, on the earth, there are 4 major oceans. The major oceans are Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean and Atlantic Ocean. So which are the 4 major oceans? That is Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean and Atlantic Ocean, and all these oceans are connected to each other. There are no boundaries in these oceans. No country's property are the oceans, but they are global resources, universal resources and there are no boundaries. They are connected with each other. The waters are connected. Now apart from ocean, there are seas. Like Arabian Sea, Mediterranean Sea. In the world, some of the seas are smaller than ocean is sea. Then comes the bays. Bay means the Bay of Bengal. All of you know where is Bay of Bengal. So it is one of the bay. Then comes the strait. I will name you one of the strait, that is Malacca Strait. That is on the earth only, Malacca Strait. You can find out in your atlas. Then comes the Gulf, like Gulf of Khambat, Gulf of Kutch. So these are the examples of the various various water bodies found on the earth. Then what is the ocean's depth? See, oceans are very deep, 100 kilometers inside, but there are valleys in the ocean, and that valleys extends from 10 to 11 kilometers deep in the ocean. So in ocean there are also certain forms of mountains, plateaus and valleys. In the ocean also there are mountains, even there is valleys, and even there are plateaus in the ocean, inside the ocean. So 97% of the total water is carried by ocean. 97% of the total water is carried by ocean, and all of you know that ocean water is salty. It is not drinkable water, it is not potable water. So only 1/3 part of water is captured by ice caps and glaciers. Ice caps means Himalayas, the snow-cladded mountains, that is ice caps, and glaciers, all of you know what are glaciers, huge rocks of ice, that is known as glacier. So 1/3 part of water is captured by ice caps and glaciers, and the remaining part of water is found in river, in pond, in seas and in streams, in gulfs and so other water bodies. And some of the portion is also found as in the ground, that is in the form of groundwater. All of you know that if you don't get water, your mother goes to a hand pump or an electric pump which is inside, and you get groundwater. That is also one source of water. And what is the main source of water on earth? That is rain. If we get rain, we will get water on the earth. So main source of water is rain. And which water is drinkable? Only river water or lake water is drinkable. We cannot drink water from the ocean or sea because it is salty water. Now talking about the next thing, that is what we get from ocean. We get many valuable things from the ocean, like we get chemicals, we get diamonds, we get pearls, we get salt and we get fish. There are many non-vegetarian people who eat fish. So all these things we get from the ocean. Even we get useful minerals from the ocean. Now what are the usefulness of ocean? Ocean can be used as a waterway. Ships, tourism is developed on ocean because there are many cruise liners on which people go for tourism. So ships through waterways. Then talking about the other uses, that is the aquatic life. There are many aquatic life living in the water, like many living organism. The organism that live on the land, there are certain organisms which also live in water. And the last one is generating electricity. The high tidal waves of the ocean are helpful in generating electricity. So this was all about the ocean, the water sphere, the hydrosphere that exists on the Earth's surface, that covers almost 71% of the total area of the Earth, and land covers just 29% of the Earth's surface. So today we have seen two topics, that is of hydrosphere and the next one was lithosphere. And with this we are now completing our session, and note down the question in your fair book for your homework. So your first question is, from where has the earth detached? From where has the earth detached? Next, define lithosphere. Define lithosphere. Next question, what do you mean by litho and sphere? Two different things. What do you mean by litho and sphere? Next, what percent of the earth is covered by lithosphere? What percent of the earth is covered by lithosphere? Next, what is the thickness of the lithosphere? What is the thickness of the lithosphere? Next question, name some of the landforms of lithosphere. Name some of the landforms of lithosphere. Next question, define magma. The question is define magma. Next question, define hydrosphere. Next question, what does hydrosphere includes? The question is what does hydrosphere includes? Next question, what percent of the earth is covered by hydrosphere? The question is what percent of the earth is covered by hydrosphere? Next, define ocean. Next, name the 4 major oceans of the world. Next, name the uses of ocean. Next question, name the uses of ocean. So that was all for today's session, students. You can write down the main points, the highlighted points of hydrosphere in your rough book. It will be easy for you to learn the whole short note of hydrosphere. Now we will meet in the next session, continuing with the 2 spheres that is left, that is atmosphere and biosphere. Please learn the 2 short notes of hydrosphere and lithosphere. Complete your work and submit in the WhatsApp group. Thank you and bye-bye.